Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Charita Minipura Arachi.
And I'm Kasani Balachandra Adhikari. We start off with a look at your headlines for tonight.
Japanese Prime Minister says that Japan expects to further strengthen the cooperation with Sri Lanka. 2,000 new appointments to government service after 6 years. 3 persons die when an earth mound collapsed at Kegol. A new rest area to Udukava on the southern expressway. Thousands visit the Colombo International Book Fair on the 3rd day today. Tamil Nadu authorities allege the party of Tamil actor Vijay regarding his political rally which caused the death of 41 persons. Pakistan to donate the runners-up match fee to the victims of the Indian attack on the 7th of May. The Women's One-Day International World Cup Cricket Tournament from tomorrow.
What are those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top story. Prime Minister of Japan Shigeru Ishiba says that Japan expects to further strengthen the cooperation with Sri Lanka.
And he made these observations during the bilateral discussions with President Anrukumar Dissanayake. The official function to welcome the Sri Lankan President Anrukumar Dissanayake, who is on an official visit to Japan, was held in morning today at the Prime Minister's office premises of that country. President Dissanayake was warmly welcomed by Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba, and a guard of honor was accorded to him by the Japanese Self-Defense Forces. Discussions focused on strengthening the long-standing friendship between Japan and Sri Lanka and on expanding cooperation across a wide range of fields including trade, investment, economy, development assistance and regional security. In line with this, documents were exchanged between the two sides on development cooperation, including the project for the enhancement of productivity in the dairy sector and the official security assistance program. The President also extended his appreciation to the government of Japan for its support in restarting 11 development projects in Sri Lanka, which had been halted due to the recent economic crisis, as well as for its crucial assistance in ensuring the success of the IMF-led debt restructuring program. Following the official talks, a joint statement was issued by both sides to the media. Speaking at the same event, President Anrukumar Dissanayake observed that the long-standing friendship between Sri Lanka and Japan is built on mutual trust, respect and strong people-to-people ties. He noted that the discussions with the Japanese Prime Minister marked a significant milestone in bilateral relations and stressed that Sri Lanka is committed to working alongside Japan to ensure that the agreements reached bring tangible benefits in the shared journey towards development and stability.
ජපාන් නිල සංචාරය සඳහා ආරාධනා කිරීම වෙනුවෙන් මම නැවත වරක් අගමැති ඉසිපා මැතිතුමන්ට
Thereafter, the President, together with the Sri Lankan delegation, attended the luncheon hosted in his honour by the Japanese Prime Minister for the distinguished delegates. President Anrukamada Sanayake held bilateral discussions with Japanese Minister of Finance Kato Katsunobu this afternoon at the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo. The talks focused on strengthening trade, investment and economic cooperation between the two countries, with particular emphasis on ongoing and upcoming projects supported through Japanese aid, JICA assistance. A meeting was held in the afternoon today between the Sri Lankan President and the Defence Minister of Japan, D.M. Nakatani. Attention was paid to the long-standing friendship between the two countries, regional security and security affairs.
And meanwhile, 1,890 NIV officers for Grade 3 of Management Services were deployed to the government service today. They were provided with the appointment letters under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Hairunee Amarasooriya. This is the first time such a large group was deployed to the public service after a period of 7 years. The appointment distribution ceremony was held at the Temple Trees. The candidates were selected by a competitive exam held based on the results of the advanced level examination and considering the district community ratio. A group of disabled individuals who have completed required qualifications were also given appointment letters. They will also join the public service from the 1st of October. It was proposed at the last budget to deploy 30,000 officers considering the vacancies in the public sector. Accordingly, the Ministry of Public Administration, Professional Councils and Local Government gave appointments to the NIV recruits. Prime Minister Dr. Hairunee Amarasooriya said that she demands them and she reminds them that they are not joining a traditional public service and not entering the inefficient, politically influenced public service that has prevailed for years, but rather an independent service that stands on behalf of the people. She also said that although this examination was scheduled to be held in November 2020, it was delayed for 4 years due to the restrictions on open recruitment to the public service. Currently, there are about 5,000 vacancies in the administrative service. This examination was conducted following the cabinet decision to file 2,223 vacancies in the administrative service. Accordingly, today nearly 1,890 NIV officers are joining the public service. Today, public officers have been given the opportunity to act independently. None of the government representatives interfere in the public service. However, the government has received reports that certain officials are misusing the independence. It was because fraud, corruption and injustice has spread alarmingly throughout the country that the people elected this government. Therefore, any form of malpractice, fraud or corruption will no longer be tolerated any further. She said that if such incidents are reported, the government will take the maximum possible action. As honest officials and citizens, they have the right to stand against such fraud, corruption and irregularities. The prosperous country and a better life that the people expect not only the government but as public officers must also fully commit to this service. The Prime Minister further invited the newly appointed officers to join the task of developing the nation through a dedicated and efficient public service. Minister of Public Service and Administration, Provincial Councils and Local Government Professor Chandana Abeyaratne said that this recruitment has not taken place due to any political influence or personal connections. It is solely on the basis of the merit passing of the competitive examination and facing the interview. In the future, a limited number of officers will also be recruited through a limited competitive examination. After 4 years, this group represents the largest intake of public service. Upon retirement, these officials have the satisfaction in helping elevate the public service to a higher standard.
3 persons died when an earth mound collapsed on them while constructing a stone wall at Hingula area in the Mavanala Police Division. The victims were constructing a stone wall at the boundary of a house close to the road at Manikava area in Alutnora, Mavanala. 4 persons were at the scene and one of them had left the place for some time. Police Media Division says the 3 victims who were buried alive under the earth mound were admitted to hospital and later succumbed to the injuries. They have been identified as 47-year-old Sanjeevananda Siri of Gallathar area, 63-year-old Jinasoma Pattagama and 43-year-old Lalit Priyantakumara. Their bodies are now at the Mavanala Hospital morgue.
The largest shopping complex of the Lanka Satosa network was inaugurated in the morning today. Establishment in Badulla, it was opened by Minister Basanta Samarasinghe. The Navo shopping complex has been named as Satosa exclusive. Apart from the retail shop, the consumers will be able to purchase apparels, items from restaurants, bakery products, including many other items at concessionary prices. Minister Samantha Vidyarathne, Governor of the Uva Province Kapilija Sekura, Deputy Minister Vishwa Rang and a large number of officials joined the occasion. Minister Samantha Vidyarathne said that there was a clear need in the area for an institution that could provide friendly services and make it easier for consumers to obtain quality goods at a fair price. He noted that the government understood the people's need and was taking steps to strengthen the state institutions to ensure those needs were met fairly. He also said that the opening of the new trade centre in the area was a part of the broader initiative to support the public. Minister Vasantha Samarasinga said that the government had a large number of suppliers and appreciated their continued support even during the challenging times when they had to make significant payments. He assured that the term government planned to help their business grow 2- or 3-fold and to expand distribution networks to 2,000 shops across Sri Lanka within the next 3 years. The minister also said that as the government, they believed it was essential to protect local production in order to face emergencies effectively. As a part of this plan, he said the National Cooperative Wholesale Establishment would begin purchasing essential produce such as potatoes and onions, store them and distribute them island-wide. He further said that the government had identified this as an important issue and was taking steps to ensure that consumers' needs were properly met.
A foundation stone was laid today to set up a new rest area along the southern expressway from Matara to Mattala. It will be constructed at the 119-kilometre post. The constructions are to be completed within 3 months. This is the second rest area constructed in the expressway network. People face immense difficulties due to the non-availability of rest areas from Valipanna to Mattala along the southern expressway. This new rest area is comprised with restaurants, fuel stations and many other facilities. The foundation stone was laid today under the patronage of Secretary to the Ministry of Transport and Highways, Senior Professor Kapila Pereira.
Today is the third day of the Colombo International Book Fair and thousands of visitors attended the exhibition today as well. Large number of people visited the exhibition on its third day to purchase various books. The public would have about 1 more week to visit the fair and buy the books they need. Nearly 500 exhibition stalls have been set up for the visitors, including around 50 international stalls offering a wide range of publications. The fair is open to the public daily from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. until the 6th of October. The book fair is not only about books, it also features a number of special events and attractions. The national television is the official electronic media sponsor and it is covering the event extensively. Visitors have the opportunity to purchase DVDs, cartoons, teledramas and music programs they love at the Rupavahini stall. Special programs have been arranged for those who enjoy live music performances. Public transport and health safety measures have also been strengthened to accommodate the large crowds visiting the exhibition grounds. Additionally, in line with the Clean Sri Lanka National Project, a special donation point has also been set up where visitors can donate a book that they purchase to the underprivileged schools around the country. Moving ahead with more local stories, and drug menace has been a tragic situation faced by the entire country today, and the government is paying the maximum attention in this regard.
It has also been confirmed by various information sources that the drug peddlers are trying hard to trap especially the younger generation. Should the children be victims of drugs? The National Channel presents this documentary compiled for the World Children's Day, which falls on 1st October, and the theme, Safeguard with Love for Us to Win the World. A mother safeguards her child since the day the child is born as her own life. The one and only wish of parents is that their child will be a healthy and a complete human being at birth. They never even dream that their child will one day become a drug addict. Somehow the drug peddlers are trying hard to trap the young school generation of our Sri Lanka society by now.
Chairman of the National Dangerous Drug Control Board, Consultant Dr. Indika Vaninayaka, said that there was a risk of school children experimenting with drugs, but it could not be said that all of them were becoming addicted. He explained that the main targets of drug traffickers were school children and the youth.
Spread of drugs in schools can be witnessed among children from 12 to 19 years. The authorities point out that this condition is prominent among school children from Colombo, Gampaha, Kalatara, Gaul and Kurunegala districts.
Chairman of the National Dangerous Drug Control Board, Consultant Dr. Indika Vaninayaka, pointed out that certain individuals who loitered around schools and some vendors deliberately made drugs available to children. Sometimes they first passed them on to a child's closest friends, which became their drug spray. And they had addicted. Many children initially became addicted to tobacco-related and smokeless products and later moved on to the other drugs.
In a case a child is addicted to drugs, it can be identified by symptoms such as these.
Chairman of the National Dangerous Drug Control Board, Consultant Dr. Indika Vaninayaka, stated that the drug use could be reduced learning abilities, keep children away from sports and distance from the society. He pointed out that neglect of parents, lack of sleep, excessive anger, changes in facial appearance and difficulties in maintaining personal hygiene were also possible consequences.
How can a child be addicted to drugs be saved?
Chairman of the National Dangerous Drug Control Board, Consultant Dr. Indika Vaninayaka, added that even if a child was already addicted, rehabilitation was possible. He emphasized that parents and teachers should strengthen the children's character to help them reject drugs and guide them towards sports, education, literature and artistic activities so they could find enjoyment in healthier pursuits. He also further said that in any child was facing issues related to drugs, parents could call the authorities hotline and report them the matter for assistance. And meanwhile, India has been able to win the Asia Cup for the 9th consecutive time, and the Indian team, which rejected to accept the trophy from President of the Asian Cricket Council, Musheed Naqvi, celebrated their victory without the Champions Trophy.
India's captain Suryakumar Yadav won the toss and decided to bowl first to play for in this final contest to attain the Asian glory.
The final between India and Pakistan was held at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium yesterday. Batting first, Pakistan scored 146 runs, all out in 19.1 overs. Opener Shahziba Fardan scored 47 runs, while Fakhar Zaman scored 46 runs. Saim scored 14 runs, while no other batsman was able to cross the 10-run mark. In bowling, Kuldeep Yadav claimed 4 wickets.
Slice it. No, it's not going to happen. Waka hits it high and taken. Have gone from 113 for 1 to 146 all out.
In reply, India scored 150 runs for 5 wickets in 19.4 overs to win the match. Tilak Verma was unbeaten on 69. India won the Asia cricket title by winning the final by 5 wickets. The presentation ceremony after the match was delayed by nearly 1 hour since the Indian team rejected to accept the Champions Trophy from the President of Asian Cricket Council.
India, who win the Asia Cup for the 9th time. It's been a thrilling final. Rinku Singh, first game of the tournament, 1 ball he plays, puts it away to the boundary. Congratulations to India.
The Indian team rejected to accept the Champions Trophy from the President of Asian Cricket Council, Musheed Naqvi. Later, the Champions Trophy was taken out of the stadium and Tilak Verma was adjudged the player of the match, while Abhishek Sharma became the player of the tournament. The runners-up prize was accepted by Pakistan cricket captain from Musheed Naqvi and President Pakistan captain Salman Agha threw away the cheque. Later, the presenter announced that the Asian Cricket Council informed him that the Indian team will not receive their trophy. Accordingly, the presentation ceremony ended. The Indian team celebrated their victory without the trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been informed by the Asian Cricket Council that the Indian cricket team will not be collecting their awards tonight, so that does conclude the post-match presentation.
I think this is one thing which I have never seen since I started playing cricket, since I started following cricket, that a champion team is denied to get a trophy. My trophies are sitting in my dressing room, all the 14 guys with me, all the support staff. Those are the real trophies. We were waiting for more than an hour and a half to have our celebrations, but then that's completely fine. I'm sure whole country will be happy and enjoying and having smile on their faces, and that's what we play for. Give them smile.
Whatever they are doing with the game, I think that's just beyond, like, I don't know, I don't want to use very harsh word, but to be very honest, this is very disrespectful to the game, not to anyone. If they are thinking they are doing disrespect to us, that's like, I think they are wrong there. They are disrespecting the game, which is like, I'm sure no one is going to obviously going to second that.
The Pakistan cricket team has decided to award the runners-up match fee of the Asia Cup cricket tournament to the victims of the families of the attack on Pakistan by India on the 7th of May this year. Pakistan cricket has announced that the amount will be handed over to the children and civilians who died during the concerned attack. Indian Premier Narendra Modi has congratulated the winning team over social media and has stated that the results are the same. India is winning and congratulations to our players. In reply, President of the Asia Cricket Council and Pakistan Cricket Mushid Naqvi stated that by dragging the war into the game has been brought to disrepute.
Parliamentarian Ramanathan Archana, who was arrested and produced before courts, was granted bail and he was taken into custody when he came to Fort Police Station to make a statement this morning. Upon arrival to take part in a Satyagraha campaign, the parliamentarian had parked his vehicle in a prohibited area in front of the Fort railway station. Then he had scored at the police officers and the parliamentarian was taken into custody when he arrived at the Fort police station in connection with an investigation conducted over this incident and produced before the Fort Magistrates Court. Parliamentarians Namal Rajpaksha and D.V. Chanaka were also present at the court premises. The Court of Appeal today fixed a date to summon the writ application filed by former Minister Patli Champikaranavaka requesting an order to nullify the indictment against him. Accordingly, the petition will be heard on the 24th of November. The Attorney General had filed indictments against former Minister before the Colombo High Courts under the charge of causing a serious road accident by careless driving in Rajagiriya in 2016 while he was a minister. The Court of Appeal ordered the Department of Wildlife to submit details on the 10th of November regarding the implementation of the proposals prepared by Environment Justice Circle to prevent human-elephant conflict. The relevant petition was summoned today before the panel of appeal court judges, including Damit Totavatta and Sarat Disanayaka. The Crime Investigation Department today informed Colombo Magistrates Court that an investigation is being conducted regarding the mobile phone of the wife of Bako Saman, Shadika Lakshani. The relevant complainant was summoned before the Colombo Chief Magistrate Asanka S. Bodhiragama today.
The Navo Cultural Festival 2025 under the theme In Search of Cultural Man commenced today. The media sponsor of the event is the National Television. The program has been jointly organized by state institutions and civil organizations including the Uva Provincial Council, Badulla Municipal Council, Bonaragala District Secretariat and Clean Sri Lanka Secretariat. The festival is to be conducted in the premises of the Senanaik College, Badulla, Valkare All Trade Complex, Library, Auditorium, Technical College and the Badulla Town Hall. It was conducted for the 7th day starting at 9 a.m. and ending at 10 p.m. Dancing and musical concerts of veteran artists and the government officials, poetry sessions and other traditional cultural features and literary lectures are included in the program. In addition, programs of school and preschool children relating to drama, street drama, as well as screening of movies and special cultural programs in Sinhala and Tamil, food festivals, carnivals and exhibitions will be conducted.
The National AI Expo was commenced today at Monarch Imperial under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. This event has been jointly organised by the Ministry of Digital Economy and Sri Lanka Telecom Mobitel. The exhibition will end tomorrow, and one of the aims of the objectives of this exhibition is to utilize AI along with modern technology, creating a coordination mechanism between researchers, businessmen and relevant companies, and to use AI for the development of various industries. Another aim of this event is to introduce use of AI technology and tools in school age. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister said that priority has been given to create human resources in pursuit of modern technology under the new educational reforms. In addition, it is expected to increase Sri Lanka's digital economy up to $15 billion by 2030. Deputy Minister of Digital Economy Irangave Ratna said that Google has agreed to grant the features of its AI platform Gemini and other related benefits to Sri Lankan students free of charge by mid-October. This agreement has been made as a result of the discussions held for several months between the Minister of Digital Economy and Google.
The world-renowned festival Vishwa Rang, which presents Indian literature, arts and culture in a global context, is being held this year on the 29th and 30th of September 2025 in Sri Lanka. The festival has been jointly organized under the aegis of Rabindranath Tagore University, Bhopal, the Vishwa Rang Foundation and the Swami Vivekanand Cultural Centre, High Commission of India, Colombo. The two-day international event will be inaugurated in Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka. Chief guest at the inaugural session was the High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka, Satosa. Special guests will include Minister of Buddha Sastra, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Hindu Sanavi, and noted the author and former diplomat Sri Pavan K. Varma. The inauguration ceremony will be presided over by the director Vishwa Rang Santosh Chowbe. The program will witness participation from renowned scholars, writers and artists from South and Southeast Asian countries. Various sessions will feature discussions on topics such as the panorama of Indian languages and literature, cultural harmony, comparative studies of folk literature, possibilities of Hindi teaching through online platforms, and career opportunities in Hindi. In addition, a South Asian points meet, cultural performances and student interactions will also take place.
In just a few years, हिंद भाषा का टैबू शताब्दियों से श्रीलंका देशों से विभिन्न भारत के शहरों अतिलास्य निवेदन करते हैं कि
Minister Dr. Nalindra Jayatissa says that a transformatory change is being conducted in the health sector of this country. Today, realizing the vision of Professor Senaka Vipale, the minister said participating this at the 48th commemoration of Professor Senaka Vipale, titled Humanist Reality of a Renaissance, the founder of National Drug Policy. The founder of National Drug Policy, Professor Senaka Vipale, established the State Pharmaceuticals Corporation between the period from 1971 to 1976. He was also the inaugural chairman of the corporation. Professor Vipale, who fulfilled an immeasurable service to the health sector, passed away on the same day as today in 1977. The commemorative function organised in remembrance of the occasion was held today at the Sri Lanka Foundation Institute. Deputy Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Hansaka Vijayamuni along with a number of others participated in the function. Minister Dr. Nalindra Jayatissa said that those working in the health sector would remember that various types of fraud and corruption had taken place in the sector throughout history. He pointed out that even today some of the medicines provided to the public are of very poor quality, a fact also documented in publications he had studied. He noted that just as in the past, there are experts and groups who have tried to expose these fraudulent practices. He explained that the government is currently working to provide the public with high quality medicine while also taking measures to reduce the cost of drugs. He added that similar initiatives had been implemented nearly 5 decades ago and different groups are now continuing those efforts in the present. The minister emphasized that the government has already taken new steps to bring about change across the entire health sector, from primary to secondary health services, and would continue to give special attention to those reforms in the future.
A financial assistance has been provided to the employees of the National Lotteries Board to purchase books from the Colombo International Book Fair. The objective is to raise the mental health of the employees. A book of personal choice can be purchased under this. This program has been implemented as per the concept of the chairman of the National Lotteries Board, MGC Pereira. Employees of the National Lotteries Board have their appreciation for this step. Stay tuned with international news after this break.
can make a difference. It is your duty to help eradicate dengue. Clean up your environment at least once a week. A message from the Dengue Control Unit of the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back, and in news from overseas, in India, police have filed criminal charges against senior leaders of actor Vijay's political party following a deadly stampede at one of his rallies in Tamil Nadu. The stampede occurred on Saturday in the southern state of Tamil Nadu, killing 41 people, including children, and injuring more than 50 others. Vijay was campaigning for his Tamilga Victory Cousin party ahead of next year's state elections, but he said that the case has been filed against senior TVK leaders Bassi Anand, Nirmal Kumar and VP Matyalagan. Although permission had been granted for 10,000 people to attend, the crowd was more than double that number. The rally was scheduled to start at 9 a.m, but Vijay arrived only around 7 p.m. Hours after his expected speech time, causing large crowds to wait in anticipation. A petition has been filed at the Madras High Court calling for a special investigation team or federal probe into the incident. Opposition parties have also demanded that Tamil Nadu police be removed from the investigation. The state government has announced compensation of million Indian rupees for each victim's family, while TVK party will provide million Indian rupees. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP has also pledged 200,000 Indian rupees per family. In your sports news tonight, the Women's One-Day International World Cup Cricket Tournament will commence tomorrow.
The first match will be played between Sri Lanka and India. 8 teams are participating in this year's Women's One-Day International World Cup Cricket Tournament, which is being held in Sri Lanka and India. The match between Sri Lanka and India tomorrow will commence at 3 p.m. local time at the Guwahati Cricket Stadium. In the preliminary round, Sri Lanka women's team participate in 7 matches, 5 matches out of which will be played in Sri Lanka and the remaining 2 in India. The first match will be played in Sri Lanka and will be played on the 2nd of next month between Bangladesh and Pakistan. And with that, we conclude tonight's news. Join us tomorrow at the very same time, and I'm Charita signing with Kasuni. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.